Here's the thing. Arizona isn't the kind of place where you just show up and figure it out. It's huge, and the best spots aren't always obvious. So if you don't plan it right, you'll spend more time driving than actually experiencing anything. So instead of random recommendations, here are 10 places in Arizona where there's actually something worth doing. Not just looking, but experiencing. And the first one is Sedona. This is where most people start, and yeah, it lives up to the hype. You've got those red rock formations everywhere, but what makes it interesting is what you can actually do. You can hike to Devil's Bridge. It's a natural rock arch you can walk across for that classic photo. Or catch sunset at Airport Mesa, which is one of the easiest viewpoints but still looks insane. And if you don't feel like hiking, you can do a pink Jeep tour and go off-road straight into the landscape. What I really love is how flexible it is. You can go chill or make it a tough adventure. It's up to you. And if you want to check out any of these tours or activities, I've left links in the description so you can easily plan everything. Next one is the Grand Canyon. And yeah, it's truly massive, way bigger than you expect. Most people just go to the rim, but there's more you can do. You can walk sections of the South Rim Trail, which is super easy and has non-stop views. If you want something more active, there's Bright Angel Trail, where you can hike down into the canyon. Even just a little bit gives you a totally different perspective. And if you're feeling extra, there are helicopter tours that fly you over the canyon, which honestly looks unreal. Then we have Antelope Canyon. This one's a bit more structured because you go with a guide, but that's part of what makes it special. There are actually two main sections, Upper and Lower Antelope Canyon. Upper is the easier one to walk through, and that's where you get those famous light beams coming down from above. Lower is a bit more adventurous. You'll be going down ladders and moving through tighter passages, but it feels more dynamic and less crowded. Either way, you're walking through these narrow sandstone corridors where the light moves across the walls in a really surreal way. And honestly, the lighting is the main event here, especially around midday when everything starts glowing. What I really like is how calm it feels, completely different from those wide, open desert landscapes. Right nearby is Horseshoe Bend. This one's simple. You park, walk about 10 to 15 minutes, and suddenly you're at this huge overlook where the Colorado River curves in a perfect U shape. There's no barrier in most spots, so it feels a bit more raw. People mostly come here for photos, but honestly, it's one of those places where you just stand there for a while. Sunset is definitely the best time if you can make it. Next place is Monument Valley. This is that classic desert landscape you've seen in movies. The best way to experience it is with a guided Navajo tour, where they take you deeper into the valley, beyond the main road. You'll stop at huge rock formations, arches, and viewpoints that you wouldn't reach on your own. What I really love is the scale. Everything feels slow and massive. Definitely worth visiting. Quick pause. If you're into finding experiences like this that are actually worth your time, hit subscribe and stick around. I'm always sharing places and tours that make trips way better. Next up is the Saguaro National Park. This is where you see those giant cacti that look almost fake. There are two sections of the park, and both have scenic drives where you can just cruise through and stop whenever you want. You can also do short hikes like Valley View Trail, which is easy but gives you that full desert vibe. It's especially good early in the morning when the light hits those cacti just right. Then we went to Lake Powell. This is where everything changes. Suddenly you've got water, cliffs, and these narrow channels between rock walls. You can rent a kayak or paddleboard, or take a boat tour through the canyons. Some people even rent houseboats here. What I like the most is how relaxed it feels compared to the other spots. It's a totally refreshing stop after those desert views. Another great place is the Petrified Forest National Park. And this one really catches people off guard, mostly because no one expects it to look like this. You've got trails like Blue Mesa, where the landscape feels almost alien. Soft hills, strange colors, nothing like the classic desert people imagine. And then you start seeing these massive pieces of petrified wood, ancient trees that turned into colorful stone over millions of years. It's not crowded either, which makes the whole experience feel even more unique. and that's exactly why it surprises people. It doesn't look or feel like what you expect Arizona to be. If you're around Page, Arizona, there's actually a lot packed into one area. You can combine Antelope Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, and even take off-road tours to hidden viewpoints nearby. Some tours take you to less crowded overlooks that most people never see. I really like this area because you can do a lot in a short time if you plan it right. And honestly, don't underestimate just driving through Arizona. Some of the best moments happen between destinations. You'll go from desert to red rock to forest, sometimes in a single hour. There are random pull-offs, viewpoints, and spots where you just stop and take it in. At the end of the day, Arizona isn't just about the views. It's about what you actually do in those places. That's what makes it memorable. If you're planning a trip, hopefully this gives you a clearer idea of where to go and what to do. And tell me this, which one would you hit first? Just don't tell me you're turning this into a Vegas trip instead. Choose wisely, and I'll see you out there.